Alright, volume of a triangular prism. Okay, yesterday, you know how we spent 30 million hours learning how to draw a 3D rectangular prism? Today we're going to spend 40 million years learning how to do a triangular prism. Alright, draw a triangle.
Yes, sir.
Done. Okay. There's really no easy way to help you draw this other than do a diagonal line. Alright, so from here, you're not going to go straight back. You're not going to go straight down. It's at an angle. I don't even know what kind of angle it's at. Maybe like a 60 degree. So I'm just going to go back. Yeah. Okay, not bad. And then this line over here goes to the back over here. So this same angle type, like this. And then we close it up. So you end up like drawing a rectangle on this side. And then a triangle in the front and then a rectangle. Now, good news is, we're writing this down. I'm not grading you on your ability to draw it, so that's a good thing. So here is a 3D rectangular prism. So the base is a triangle, or the top and bottom is a triangle. And then you have, this makes it 3D. This like height right here makes it 3D. So you start off with a triangle, and then if you stand it up, you know, it has a height on it. It has a height, 3D. Volume, again, like we discussed yesterday, is how much stuff fits in here. Either water, sand, marble, whatever, but like to fill it up, right? Gummy bears, M&Ms. All right. So, let's just look at the triangle. 2D triangle. You started learning about triangles either in my class or before. Does anybody know what we call this part of just a simple triangle?
Base.
The base. Good. Does anybody know how we write down the height when we had a triangle? Yeah, on the dot. Well, there's no 90 degrees, so we would do the dots. We will have the side one, Santiago, in a minute. Do you remember that? And then we put a little H. So we did do this either in elementary school or with me way back in the day, because our very first poster in that back corner behind the purifier was a area of a triangle. So you're going to need to know the location of the base and the height of just a triangle, which is super basic now because you've done so many more harder things. Okay, the new part is the height of this object, the height of your rectangular prism. So the height is over here, and we use a capital H. So not to be confused with lowercase h, this is a capital H. This is how tall is this shape. Okay? First I ask you, how tall is the triangle? First I ask you, how tall is the triangle? Then I ask you, well, how tall is this shape? Now this shape is drawn like on its stomach because it's just really hard to draw it like this. So I always draw it like this on the stomach. But imagine this standing up. And imagine, okay, how tall is this? That is your capital H. Okay? So the first part is understanding.
YouTube? Oh, no.
Oh, okay. That's not your YouTube, it's hers. It's different. All right. So, let me confuse you. I'm going to show you something that looks super hard, but in 30 minutes, you're going to realize this is the easiest thing in the world. Volume is equal to base times your height divided by 2 times your big height.
I never knew that.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know where this part, where we used to do this? We've done this before. What is this?
Area?
Yes. It's the area of a what?
Triangle. Oh,
Triangle. which means you're basically doing the area of a triangle. So this part right here, you already did, like in 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. It is the area of a triangle. So this part, focus on this, focus on this. This part is the area of a triangle. So you're finding the area of just the triangle, and then you're multiplying it by how tall it is, and that is all. Now, yes, this looks kind of like, what? That looks really hard. I don't know if I can do it, but Diana, you can. Focus. Leave your iPad alone. Okay. Volume is equal to, it's also written this way, base times height times your big H, all divided by 2. Miss O'Malley, do I get a different answer if I do this? No, it's exactly the same. This just looks harder, but I wanted Ruben to write it this way so you see that this is the area. You can also divide at the end. You can multiply and then divide at the end. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Ready? Ready? Draw me another triangular prism. This one better than the last one. It's hard to draw it standing up and know it's a triangular prism because the triangles get hidden. Try it. All right. I'm going to say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say that this is 6 centimeters. The height inside is 4 centimeters. And the height of your prism is 10 centimeters. All right? 4, 6, and 10. 4, 6, and 10. Now, we know that our volume is equal to base times height times your big height. And we're going to divide by 2 at one point. Did you draw a better triangular prism than before? No. Oh, you failed then. I should stop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the base of my triangle? 6. Times what's my height of my triangle? 4. Times what's my height of my big prism? 10. And I'm going to divide by 2. This will give me my volume. Yesterday, all we did was multiply the 3 numbers. But today, because we have a triangle, we have to divide by 2. Okay? All right. You can multiply in any order that you want. But I'm going to do 6 times 4. What's 6 times 4? 24 times 10. What's 24 times 10? 240. All you do is add the 0, right? Then I'm going to divide by 2. What are my units, though? Would this be the right answer? The little 3. If you leave it as centimeters without the 3, it's considered wrong because you're actually solving for perimeter. Angel, I hate to distract you, take you away from whatever you're doing. Oh, gosh, I feel so terrible about that. All right, so 6 times 4 is 24. Then we drop down the 10. 24 times 10 is 240. Then 240 divided by 2 is 120. Okay? That's it. That's all we're doing. All right, let's do another one. So much fun. So much fun. Woo! Let's see if your triangular prism is better than the first 2 you drew. Mine's worse. Great. All right, we're going to do 7 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and 8 centimeters. And I want to know the volume. Today's lesson is on triangular prisms. 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8. So volume equals, how do I plug in my numbers?
6. No, base.
7 times 6 times 8 divided by 2. It doesn't really matter, but I'm pretty picky, so yeah. 7 times 6 times 8. 7 is my base, 6 is my height of my triangle, and then 8 is my height of my actual prism. How tall? All right. You have an answer? Okay. You can multiply in any order. You can do 7 times 6 times 8, or you can do 8 times 7, 6 times 8, whatever. Pick 2. Which two numbers do you want to multiply first? 7 and 6? What's 7 times 6?
42.
So I got 42 times 8 divided by 2. But I have no idea what 42 times 8 is. So I'm going to go on the side over here.
It's 336.
Let me do it. I want to do it. Ruin the surprise. 8 times 2? 8 times 2? 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 8?
32.
32 plus 1?
33.
All right. 336. Am I done? So my fear, and this is where kids mess up. They're like, but I already did all this work. I must be done. One more step. Divide by 2. I don't know. Let me do it. Yeah. That's the miss. Sophia. I'm kidding. I just give you a hard time. Just give me a hard time. I appreciate you providing answers. Don't get me wrong. Miss O'Malley, do I have to write all of this down? Yes. Yes, what are my units?
To the power of 2.
To the power of what? 3. Thank you. In the back of your brain when you're doing these problems, if it looks like a triangle, always divide by 2. If it looks like a triangle, divide by 2. When you're doing area, when you're doing volume, if it looks like a triangle, divide by 2.
What if it's like a circle?
Oh, if I have time, I will traumatize you with the volume of a cylinder. It's actually pretty easy. You find the area of the circle, and then you multiply by how tall it is. So, I'll probably show it to you tomorrow. You take the area of the circle, which is what you did on the do now, and then you just multiply it. How tall is this? And that's it. So, area of this, and then how tall?
With a square.
That's what we did yesterday. Rectangular. Rectangle is just like a square. We were still going to use cubes? Yeah, right there. Oh, for area? Yeah. I mean, for circles, cylinders, whatever you call them? Yes. Okay, draw me a 90-degree angle. What does 90 degrees look like? Yeah, don't give me those crunchy, like, what? I don't know. You never taught me. Did you draw me a 90-degree angle?
Yes.
There. That's a 90-degree angle. I hope that 99.9% of you drew it. Randy? We'll call it Randy. All right, now close it up and make it a triangle. Ooh. Oh, this is a right triangular prism, huh?
No, it's
It looks like a what?
a ramp.
Oh yeah, it looks like a lamp, like skateboarding.
There you go. So if you want to build the ramp, you got to start off with a 90-degree angle. Then there is so much math out in the world that you just ignore. It's terrible. Everything around you has to do with math. All right, here we go. Let's make this hard. Okay, so this would be your base, and this would be your little height, and this is your big height. So when it's 90 degrees, we don't draw like the dotted lines that we need to for the other problem. It's already here, the base and the height. All right. Oh, I hope it's Randy's mother. This is Miss O'Malley. Good morning. You. Room 44. All right, so here we go. I gotta give you numbers. 9 inches, 5 inches, and 12 inches.
Wait, how many inches did you say?
12, 5, and 9. 9, 5, and 12. 5, 12, 9. I don't know yet. Because I gotta teach you a bunch of stuff, so I don't know if I should. What if I make the do now like 30 million points?
No.
Yeah, you should do that. I can have it.
That would be a lot. And the question be 1 plus 1.
No.
And you get it wrong. I mean, not like you, but you know.
No, I would get it wrong.
I give you one question. What's the median? And
Oh, no.
50% of you would get it wrong. No, let me not. I want to move beyond that, kids. Let's not live in the
I
past.
did not know what the median or median. I just put my mom.
I'm not over it. All right. So let's plug in your numbers. What's my base?
5. No. 9 times 5 times 12.
Divided by 2. What's the number one thing the kids forget to do is to divide by 2, but we wrote this down and we're starting to multiply all by yourselves. Yes. Don't worry about it. Right here. It's fine. You worry about yourself. What's 9 times 5?
40.
Okay, so now I gotta do 45 times 12 divided by 2. So let's practice 2 digits. Now maybe you'll get a calculator for this one, right? That's cool. But the calculator is not gonna remind you to divide by 2, right? So you gotta remember that. Okay, 2 times 5. 10, carry the 1. 4 times 2. 8 plus 1. 9. Am I done?
No.
What do I do?
You have to do the 1
You cross out the 2.
Cross out the 2. I'm going to do the 1 now. Do I just do 1 times 5 and write 5 right here?
You add as well.
I got to do a 0 placeholder. I crossed it out so that you know, like, I didn't multiply and get a 0. It's just placed there. Now I multiply by 1. What's 1 times 5? What's 1 times 4?
4.
All right, let's add this.
540.
540. Now am I done?
No.
Now I got to do 540 divided by 2.
220.
Oh.
No, yeah, 270.
Volume is equal to 270.
Inches cube.
Not squared.
Oh,
Cubed. When you're using volume,
It's on over tongue.
cubed. When you're using area, squared. Okay? Because area, you multiply just 2 numbers. Base times height. Volume, you do base times height times another height. I love it. Okay? Alright. I'm not going to torture you anymore. You can use a calculator. But I still need to see what you're multiplying by. So, have a calculator ready. Have a calculator ready. All right. At the top of the paper, I'm going to write my formula. Volume is equal to base times height times big height divided by 2. All right. Here's what I would like you to do. You're always going to show work. But Miss O'Malley, you said I can use a calculator. Yes, I did. But I still need to see what you're multiplying by. So, number 1, volume equals. What number am I going to write down first? 7 times 5 times 12 divided by 2. So, the 3 numbers that they give you, you're going to multiply them. But because it's a triangle, you're going to divide by 2. So now we take our calculator and we plug them in. Take your calculator and plug them in. Take the calculator and plug them in. Yeah. Yeah, totally. 7 times 5 times 12. So you took your calculator, right? And you did 7 times 5 times 12 equals 420. Then I divide by 2 equals 210 what? Inches cubed, or to the power of 3. We're good? I know that looks like 226, but
I know.
my bad. All right, cool. Number 2. What do I need you to write down? I need you to on the top. Volume equals what number?
13 times 15 times 2.
Okay, Miss Amelia, do I have to write that down? Yes. Divide by 2. We're practicing, and then you can use a calculator. So go for it. Calculator time. Good job. Yes, right. Good job. Good job. All right. Good job. Good on number 2. Good job on number 2. There you go. Number 2's right. Good job. Good job. What's up? I mean, yes, you want to make sure you put them in the right order.
No one's gonna add it to 6?
number 2?
190.
We're all good on number 2? Okay. Cubed, of course. What'd you guys get for number 3? Oh, no, you're right. I'm wrong. You're right. Just checking.
Doubting me?
No, what did you
Damn, I see
no,
how it is.
no, what did you say before?
See how it is.
I was lying. Or it was a joke. It was a joke.
Scam.
Yeah. But then you're calling me a scammer.
Something was.
Oh, I can't do 7 and 8. It's a word problem. I just can't. Nope. It's saying find the volume. So even if you get a word problem, okay, it's asking me to find the volume. Oh, that's easy. Of a triangle. Oh, you know what? I'm going to draw my triangle. Here it is. Here's my triangle. And then plug in your numbers. Okay, I can do that. 16, 4, 14. That's it. And then solve it. So even if they don't give you a picture, you can by all means draw the picture, plug in your numbers, and just do the work, right? Even if they give you a word problem, you can find the keywords like triangle, volume, and just do it. Because it Number 3 on the back will be a decimal. Sad. Very sad. Could you potentially have this question next week on a test?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. On